Have you ever heard of a clown that doesn't make you laugh, but instead leaves behind only fear, blood, and silence? This is the story of Laughing Jack, one of the most infamous creepypasta legends ever told. The tale begins with a young boy named James. James was quiet, withdrawn, and had no real friends to play with. His mother, worried about his loneliness, tried to comfort him, but James often seemed distant, caught in his own world. That was when he began talking about a new friend. His name was Laughing Jack. At first, James's mother assumed this was just an imaginary companion, something harmless, a way for her son to cope. But James's descriptions made her uneasy. Laughing Jack, according to him, was a tall, thin figure dressed entirely in black and white. His hair was long and dark, his skin pale like chalk, and his mouth stretched unnaturally wide into a grin that never moved or faded. James claimed Laughing Jack lived inside a jack-in-the-box toy that appeared mysteriously in his bedroom one night. She had never seen it before, yet there it was. An old, worn box with faded paint and a crank that creaked when turned. James insisted that when he opened the lid, Laughing Jack climbed out to play with him. At first, the games seemed innocent. Jack would give James candy and small toys. But soon, the gifts took a disturbing turn. Instead of sweet treats, James would find candy that was rotten and crawling with bugs. Instead of toys, he would be given broken things, sharp objects, or even small dead animals. When his mother asked where he got them, James would answer simply, "Laughing Jack gave them to me." It wasn't long before the house itself began to feel different. Strange noises echoed in the night, faint, distorted laughter drifting down the halls. James's mother would sometimes smell something foul, like rotting meat, with no source to be found. Shadows seemed to move when no one was near. She grew more and more disturbed, but James was completely devoted to his new friend. One night, everything changed. James's mother woke to the sound of her son crying. She rushed to his bedroom, but what she found was something she would never be able to forget. The walls were covered in streaks of blood. Candy wrappers littered the floor, torn apart and stained dark. Toys lay broken and twisted, their edges sharp and smeared with something unthinkable. And in the middle of it all lay James, lifeless, mutilated, and surrounded by the grotesque remains of what had once been his playthings. Standing in the corner of the room was Laughing Jack. His long, bony frame was hunched. His pale face glowed faintly in the dark, and his stretched grin seemed wider than ever. His hands, claw-like and dripping red, twitched with excitement. As James's mother screamed, Laughing Jack tilted his head, released a shrill, high-pitched laugh, and vanished into the shadows as quickly as he had appeared. When the police arrived, they were horrified. The scene looked less like a crime and more like something out of a nightmare. The jack-in-the-box was gone. No footprints were found. No trace of an intruder could be identified. To this day, the case remains unsolved. But who or what is Laughing Jack? Some versions of the story go deeper, claiming he was once an innocent imaginary friend. It is said that he was created long ago by an angel to be the companion of a lonely boy, meant to bring joy and laughter. But when that boy grew cruel and wicked, Laughing Jack was abandoned, forgotten, twisted, and corrupted by loneliness. His bright colors drained into black and white. His laughter turned hollow, and his games became sadistic. No longer a friend, he became a monster. From then on, Laughing Jack sought out children who were lonely, just as he once was. But instead of comforting them, he lured them in with false friendship. He gave them gifts, won their trust, and then revealed his true nature. Once chosen, no child could escape him. His play always ended the same way, with screams, blood, and silence. Today, Laughing Jack is considered one of the most terrifying figures in creepypasta lore. His story has been told and retold online, illustrated in countless artworks, and even adapted into short films. What makes him so frightening isn't just his appearance, it's the way he twists innocence into horror. A clown, a jack-in-the-box, an imaginary friend, all things that should be harmless, but in Laughing Jack's world, they become tools of death. So remember, if a strange toy appears in your room, or if you hear faint laughter when you're alone, don't dismiss it so quickly. Laughing Jack is always searching for new friends. And once he finds you, the game never ends until the laughter is replaced with screams.